Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Alan and this is my 94 C1500 single cab step side. I've been doing a lot of work to this thing to try to turn it into a race truck. Motor, of course, being the last thing I'm gonna touch because I don't have a lot of money, I guess. So it's easy to do little projects a little at a time than dumping like 5 to 10 grand into a motor all at once. Who can really do that? I have been saving up parts and I do got a 383 setup over here on the side, pretty much ready to go. I think it's almost ready to be put back together, and that will be like phase 2 or version 2 of Project Smog Leo, because it should still pass smog and it does still have to run that 2-barrel throttle body. But yeah, that'll be version 2 after we get everything in here set up. But today I ran into a big problem because I'm not sure how it's going to be fixed. I was filling it up with water and found a really big leak. I'm gonna sneak you guys down in here now. I don't I don't understand how I could have overlooked this. Because I knew about this hole. That hole right there. See, I knew about this hole. But for some reason, I just overlooked it. I decided to ignore it. I have no idea why. Anyway, we gotta fix it. I don't think it's threaded. I'll have to take a double check in there. We gotta pull the water pump out first. But you know what I don't have to remove is the belt. I just gotta unclip it here and take off the 4 Allen heads, and then it's off. Oh, and the hose, of course. Need to get some heat, shrink, and finish cleaning up these connectors a little bit here and over there at the battery, and then it's gonna look real clean. There's a leak. Alright, so here we are. I got the tap out. I was lucky enough to have one of these guys in the drawer. This is 1/8 inch pipe thread, so that's going to work perfect. I've got an 1/8 inch tap. This is a 1/4 inch extension that's placed backwards in this tool, and that's going to slide right in there perfectly and let me get my distance needed out away from the block, you know. This tool here is a square drive socket. It's 3/8. They're all 3/8 on this side, but on this side they're different sizes, just for square plugs like this. Now 5/16 isn't perfect, but it's the smallest I got and it's going to work. And if you want those part numbers there and pick up some of these yourself, go for it. So I do got the anti-seize on there, and that's going to help lube and collect the shavings. Now we're starting to bite. Let me back it off here and make sure. I don't want to go too far, make the plug sink into the block. Okay, well, it's working. I think we'll just keep going. Let's try that. You see those shiny threads? Come on, we're playing, Craig. There we go. And as we get in there, right as we're getting flush, it starts to tighten up. Perfect. Alright, now we just gotta let it dry up and we'll fill it up with water. We'll put the water pump back on and fill it up with water. See my carving I had to do? Got some gaskets. I'm gonna coat both sides. Kicking on the fans, or the water pump. Oh, sucked it right down. Alright, the plug is in and I filled it up and it looks to be leak free. It's holding up. I started it up and it's quite warm. See, I'm starting to spew a little bit in there, but no leaks coming out of the plug or the water pump. And the water pump does work. Watch, you can see this top hose jump when I press this button here. Ooh. Cool, right? So that's it. That's how I did it. And I watched one guy, he said he had to drill it out to a 1/4 inch and put in a 1/4 inch plug in there. And he himself even was like, you know, everybody's saying 1/8 inch, but that's not working for me. So I think he might have had a bad hole. But 1/8 inch worked just fine for me. I didn't have to drill out anything. Tapped it in like almost pretty much the whole depth of the plug, of the tap. And well, you've seen for yourself, the plug fit in perfectly. Like right when the threads ended, it was tightening up. So just go, you know, a couple threads at a time. Don't go too deep because that tap does get wider, and if you go too wide, then the plug will fall all the way through without tightening up. But that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you got any comments, leave them below. Please hit the subscribe and like button if you want to. Hit that notification bell so you see future videos. And I think I said this in the last video already, but I've got a solution for the steering. So we're just gonna commit. I've went over like 3 or 4 different options and like renditions, if you will, but I think I'm just gonna commit to one. Yeah. And if, you know, at worst, I gotta buy new knuckles and, you know, new sleeves and new tie rods. Maybe go back to power steering.